Compliments of the season and welcome to the primetime news on Mitv. I am Jumoke Michaels. President Bola Tinubu and the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, hosted Asisat Oshoala, Super Falcons striker and 2023 CAF Women's Player of the Year in Lagos on Thursday. President Tinubu and the First Lady had congratulated the Barcelona Femeni star on winning the Best African Female Footballer of the Year for the 6th time. The President and the First Lady commended Oshoala for distinguishing herself in the sport, applauding her significant contributions to women's football on the continent. The President and the First Lady, however, assured necessary support needed for the football star towards encouraging other young talents, noting that with the situation of the country, talents need to be inculcated into economic policies towards national development. Further speaking to journalists after the reception, Oshoala expressed gratitude to the President and the First Lady for giving her the opportunity to present the award to them. She noted that during the last World Cup, there were a couple of issues that arose, and the President, through the First Lady, intervened supportively even after the competition.
Support development is necessary, and it's very uplifting for us as a country to have Shala winning the African Footballer of the Year for female. It means the female sport and athletes will be fully, encouraged and recognized, and that's all. There's a brighter future for them.
We have a lot, like what Mr. President said. Since I have a youth camp, that she's telling me about the youth soccer academy that she has, and I think we have more to do with that. The youth camp is ready. I was just saying after this meeting we'll sit down, we'll have a private talk, because we have a full stadium there, so and it's meant for youth anyway, so it's a good way to partner. Only I was telling her that camps are very expensive too, because they'll eat and they'll do a lot of things. So if we can get sponsors to bring them to camp, it would be excellent, but it's just the right place for such a time as this. So we're very proud of you and wish you all the very best. So it's really good to have you.
First encounter with the First Lady was the competition she hosted in Lagos Island, which I actually won the MVP, and that's the first competition that everyone actually got to know about Asisat Oshoala. Because I won the MVP, I was scoring goals, everyone was going to come to stadium just to watch me play and all of that. And of course I'm from Lagos Island too, so it was really a very good experience for me. I was really happy about it. So I'm sure she doesn't remember this tournament.
What was her role then?
She hosted the tournament because it used to be for only men, only the boys, they used to play it. And then she came in that time and then she was like, I mean the story came in later. So they said she introduced the female tournament that time, and that was the one I actually participated in, and I was the MVP of the tournament. We won the trophy that night, and that night I got in trouble with my parents as well, because I was late, and Lagos Island people, now you as usual.
That was 1 year.
I can't remember, to be honest. It's been long.
Vice President Kasim Shettima on Thursday, December 28, officially opened the 5 kilometers Masaka-Luvu Road, saying the project aligns with the federal government's renewed hope agenda for nationwide development. Speaking while commissioning the road, Shettima applauded Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule for his commitment to infrastructure development, even as he praised the state government's collaboration with the federal government on key projects. In a statement issued by Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Office of the Vice President, Stanley Nkwocha, the Vice President said, "This project is not just about asphalt and concrete. It's about opening doors to new opportunities for the people of Masaka and beyond." He highlighted the potential for economic growth the new road unlocks, as it's nestled within the Karu local government area, which has a strategic significance due to its proximity to the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The chairman of the BUA Group, Alhaji Abdul Samad Rabiu, has declared that the company will stick to its pledge to sell cement at 3,500 naira starting from January 2024. He made the statement on Thursday, December 28, in Lagos, while speaking with State House correspondents following his meeting with President Bola Tinubu. He promised that the business will also make the product available at a reasonable price for consumers. Rabiu added that the cement company's Sokoto location, scheduled for opening in January 2024, is anticipated to significantly broaden the market throughout the nation. And as we all know, the volume that we'll be having will be about 6 million tons per annum combined, and we expect those volumes to have an impact.
We prayed for His Excellency, we prayed for his family, we also prayed for the success of his administration, and we prayed for Nigeria, for a stable and prosperous Nigeria. So it was a good visit, and as we all know, again, this is a time when you see them relaxed. So the president looked very relaxed and very well rested. Thank you.
There's a bond between you and Nigerians. The last time we spoke at the villa.
Yes.
And January is almost here. Are we still keeping to that?
Well, I have given a promise, and we intend to keep that promise. His Excellency, God willing, will be commissioning, our Sokoto cement plant. As I said, it is very challenging. A lot of things are happening, but we intend to keep that promise. We intend to, keep the price of cement as we promised, and as we all know, the volumes that we will be having will be about 6 million tons per annum combined. And we expect those volumes to have an impact, once we start. And we're happy and ready, to ensure that we keep that promise and we maintain the price that we promised Nigerians. We're having some issues here and there, but these are issues that I believe, we can address, and we are addressing them. But we intend to keep that promise that we made to Nigeria and to Nigerians and to His Excellency, Mr. President. So time will tell.
Okay, to be safe, at what rate are you keeping the?
The federal government is set to close the Iyano Uronshoki to Adeniji Adele section of the Third Mainland Bridge for repairs, beginning from 11 a.m. on Tuesday, January 9th, 2024. The Federal Controller of Works, Lagos, Engineer O.I. Kesha, said in a statement that the federal government, through the Federal Ministry of Works, wishes to inform the motoring public that the emergency repairs of the Third Mainland Bridge in Lagos will continue with the closure of Iyano Uronshoki Adeniji Adele section for the effective repairs of the entire section of the bridge. While thanking the general public for their past cooperation and understanding, he urged that more is expected this time around. The Third Mainland Bridge is Africa's second largest bridge, extending nearly 12 kilometers to link Lagos Island, the business heart of the city, with the mainland, where most people live. The national chairman of the ruling party, APC, Abdullahi Ganduje, has told Nigerians to be hopeful of better things in the coming year. Ganduje stated this on Thursday while speaking to newsmen after meeting with the president, alongside with other members of the National Working Committee of the party, who came on a condolence visit over the loss of late Governor Akeredolu and former House Speaker Gali Naaba. While congratulating the president on his achievements so far in managing the affairs of this country, the APC national chairman said Nigerians should expect more from the government of the Federation and the APC as an institution. You have seen how we have started forging ahead in order to increase the coverage of the party in terms of having more states for the party, more members of National Assembly, state assemblies, and we are continuing to do that. Meanwhile, the party leader also disclosed that the party has introduced some innovation as e-registration to enable party members register electronically to have a reliable database for proper planning towards party expansion.
Your Excellency, our immediate task now is the by-elections into various legislative seats, from Houses of Assembly to the Senate, which we will hold on February 3rd, 2024. Your Excellency, we have already rolled out schedule of activities and programs already published on national dailies that will facilitate the process of the elections. We are now at the level of forming 3 committees, that's election, screening, and the appeal committees. We assure Your Excellency that under your leadership and consent and with the mass-based strategies we have put in place, we will secure all the seats available for the electoral contest, inshallah. We are adopting innovation in the membership registration management of our party. The National Working Committee has already approved the e-registration and digital membership registration. 2 key presentations were made to the National Working Committee, and we are now at the level of implementation, and we have set the first quarter of 2024 the full implementation and completion of the exercise, so that the off-season elections at Endo and Edo will be based on registration of membership. Mr. President, we have also concluded arrangements to establish the National Institute of Progressive Studies. This has also been approved by the National Working Committee, and we have gone far on the process of registration with the Corporate Affairs Commission, Federal.
Let me just say we are in the mood to celebrate the holidays which our Christian brothers well-deserved respect and working on an inclusiveness, love and harmony this period. I am glad. I must thank you for your energetic commitment and great votes. I don't think we've had the opportunity to get together since the Supreme Court ruling like this. I thought it would be possible, but the assignment you work really hard for, the election, is calling for more hard work and more time consuming. Nigeria diversity is great for us. It's built on tolerance and accommodation of all the faiths in this country. And we continue to rejoice with one another. I thank all of you for the good job that you are doing. I can't but appreciate all of you. I've listened to the chairman's presentation. Well, what I like mainly on the presentation is the establishment of an institute of progressive ideology.
Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa has led a delegation of top government functionaries, state and national assembly members, and members of his cabinet on a private condolence visit to the Ibadan residence of his former boss, late Governor Rotimi Akeredolu. The meeting, which was held away from prying eyes of newsmen, was held at the Jericho residence of the Akere Dolus. Speaking shortly after the meeting, Governor Ayedatiwa described the demise of his former boss as a personal and national loss, stating emphatically that the late senior lawyer was an accomplished Nigerian who had contributed in no small measure to national development and whose departure would be greatly missed by not just the well-meaning indigents of Ondo State, but indeed all Nigerians.
He's always been our leader, a courageous one for that matter, one who has governed Ondo State in the last 6.5 to 7 years with great courage and with so many legacies that he has left behind. He's an exemplary leader, a courageous one, a leader that believes in fairness, equity, and justice, a senior advocate of Nigeria who speaks on national issues so that adjustment and proper decision can be made concerning any issue in Nigeria. So he's known for that as an activist. Today he's no more. We have to pay him that respect by coming to the family to condole with them, to commiserate with them. And we have done that. We pray that God will grant the families the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss, and for those of us that he has left behind, to be able to emulate some of the